Hey, what's going on, guys? You might be saying to yourself, whoa, haven't you already uploaded a class setup video? I mean, is it necessary that you need another one? Yes, it absolutely is, because I have drastically changed my classes within the past month or so, and so have a lot of pros, and I tend to stick with what the pros are using, and also I like to be open-minded about things. I like to make my own classes, so I'm going to show you what I'm currently using right now, so let's hop into it. As my first class, you might be saying, whoa, last time you didn't have a sniper in your class. Well, now sniping is becoming a huge thing in game battles and competitive gaming. So I have a DSR 50 with FMJ and dual band. I have a secondary as a cap 40 with extended clip. You pretty much need that as your secondary, because if you don't have a secondary in a sniper class, then what's the point of playing competitive? You're just basically playing comp sniping at that point, or bolts maybe. Alright, so I have my perk 1 as lightweight, perk 2 toughness, perk 3 dead silence, and my lethal is a grenade with 1 concussion as my tactical. And that's my first class. And I really like this because for lightweight with the sniper, it's easy to get around with that cap 40. If you're rushing with the cap 40, that lightweight's really going to complement that rush with the cap 40 if you're trying to get from one place to another. Toughness is great if you get shot. If you have a sniper, you will flinch less. That way you can line up that shot just right. And dead silence, so you can stay silent. Grenade, and grenade and concussion, you pretty much know the reason why. My second class, I have a PDW 57 with long barrel and quick draw. And I have no secondary because I'm running a wild card, perk 3 greed, with dead silence and extreme conditioning. And just all my classes, perk 1 and perk 2 are going to be the same, lightweight and toughness. That way I'm sort of a rusher. I like to use lightweight and toughness. It really does help when you get shot for flinching. Plus, it's probably the best out of any of these. You might want to use fast hands, but I prefer toughness over anything. And a grenade and a concussion. I'm always going to have a concussion in one class and an aid. I don't really use Semtexes, and I don't really use anything else but a concussion for my tactical. Alright, on to class 3. I have the M8A1 with stock, FMJ, and red dot sight. The red dot sight's really for aiming, and for the reticle, I use a dot, just the blue circle if you're curious what that is. I think it really does help. I've always used the red dot, just the plain red dot in every Call of Duty game, but in this game I've just really gotten into this dot as a reticle, and I think it really does help with aiming, so I've been using that. And I have FMJ on for that little bit of extra damage to help the M8A1 get those 1 and 2 burst kills. And then the stocks, it also helps for just accuracy, and also makes the gun more mobile, makes it a little bit more flexible, easy to use. Plus, it's basically like having Stalker on your gun from All for 3, that perk. It just applies it to this game through a attachment. And so you can aim in with your gun, move around a little bit. It really helps for outgunning people if you're in a gunfight and you're trying to outgun somebody. I have no secondary since I'm running a wild card of primary gunfighter for the 3 attachments, as you can see, with the grenade, concussion, dead silence, toughness, lightweight, pretty much the same thing in all my classes for perks. For my 4th class, I have the MSMC. I have a long barrel and quick draw. Now you might be saying, didn't you have FMJ and foregrip as your old class? I did, but times have changed. I've really how do I put this? I really moved more into using quick draw. Quick draw, it's not as good as foregrip for accuracy, but it does boost your accuracy a little bit. It makes your gun, it makes it quicker to aim in, and that could sometimes be a huge difference in you winning a gunfight and you losing a gunfight, because the faster you aim in, if you're like a lot of people are like this, when they aim in, they start shooting, and they don't start shooting before they aim in. Well, what you have to do is you shoot before you aim in. If you see somebody, shoot and then aim in. Don't aim in and then shoot, because most likely you're going to either miss your shot, they're going to outgun you, or they're going to get away, something like that. So with this can help you aim in faster and help fix that problem if you're trying to form that new habit. Plus, it's generally a good attachment. Long barrels is really, again, for the accuracy, but also for the range and damage. Long barrel, I don't believe it says it adds to the accuracy. No, it doesn't, but it actually does, believe it or not. It does actually help the accuracy by making the gun a little bit more stable, because with more range, the gun is more stable. It has less kick, because the more kick, the less range it's going to have. And this applies to anything, even in real life. The more kick your gun has, the less range it's going to have. So with this, with this attachment long barrel, it reduces the amount of kick, so the gun's more stable, which adds more range, and it adds a little bit of damage on there, so that's good. I mean, you don't necessarily need FMJ. You can put FMJ on if you want, quick draw on FMJ. That is a good class, but I highly recommend long barrel because it just makes the gun a better gun, in my opinion. Now I have perk 3 Greed as my wild card, and I'm running Dead Silence, Extreme Conditioning. This is pretty much going to be my class for every submachine gun. Dead Silence, Extreme Conditioning with a grenade, concussion, lightweight, and toughness. Alright, and here's my last class. I have the AN-94, which a lot of people hate this gun. I know a lot of people that just refuse to use it, but I don't use it very often. This is just a gun that it's a good backup gun, because if you're getting outgunned in a GB match, and you're having problems with people either killing you with M8 or rushing you or just killing you from a long range or something, this is a good gun, because this gun, it's basically, I like to think of it as sort of like an SMG, because it has the power of an SMG, definitely, and it has the range of an AR. So this gun has a high amount of damage, and what I use on it, I have stock, foregrip, and FMJ. FMJ just adds a little bit more damage to it, makes the gun a little bit more powerful. Foregrip for the steadiness of the gun, for the accuracy, and stock, just like for the MAA1, makes the gun more flexible and all of that. And wildcard, primary gunfighter, as you can see with the 3 attachments. I have lightweight, toughness, and dead silence with a grenade and a concussion. Alright, thank you guys for watching. This has been my class setup video, and my camos have been different from the previous video. They've differed, and I just like to use different camos for each gun mainly. I mean, I don't have any camos for the AN-94, but I try to use different camos for each gun and be creative with that. So you could use my camos if you want. I have gold on all these custom 2 through 4 classes. I have gold in this, and that. I'm trying to get gold in other guns, but alright. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, subscribe, do all that stuff, and check me out on Riot Pit's official channel, because as you saw in the beginning of this video, I had a Riot Pit intro, and I'm trying to get my video uploaded on Riot Pit's official channel. So if you know where that is, I'm not going to post the link in the description to their channel unless I know for a fact that my video is going to be on their channel. But other than that, thank you for watching.